What up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you? Welcome to the Terror Dome. Dad, what's up? We are doing it to it. There he is. Let's go.
What up?
What up?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. I just realized I need to do a little tweaking on the Ford grill a little bit, but other than that, I'm good.
I'm printing it right now. What's up with it?
I need to move the blade placement just a smidge on the back side of the grill.
Dang. Which way?
In just a little bit. It's so close.
Gotcha. Well,
So
should I stop this one then?
are you printing a grill?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
the one you sent, you said that was it.
I would.
Shit.
Because I printed two of them out, one for you and one for me. And I just actually just a little bit ago before the show started here, I inserted it in, and I'm like, oh, it's a hair tight, so I need to adjust those a little bit, just a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna let it finish
Okay, that's fine. It
because
looks it looks good in the in there, but it's just super tight.
hold on. Damn it. It won't go in.
No, it won't. But as far as orientation, it's it's there. I just got to move the blades in just a little bit on the
Yeah,
grill,
it's
which is not the end of the world.
you can make that one work for.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely, absolutely. But it's one of those little tweaks now that we
Is
got to
that a
do.
kit front end on that Ford there that you were showing?
Yeah,
Can I see it?
sure. I know what you're going to be concerned about around the hood, and I get it.
Was that adaptive?
It was, but this one here I printed at like 50 degrees, so it was standing up like this. But now, since you and I have talked a lot, we're
Yeah.
gonna, we're gonna do this a little differently because these things are, to do them in two halves. The back half is one thing; it's okay, but the front half, I think we're gonna get better fidelity and um, a better kit and a better looking kit all around in two pieces on the front with the dowels. So that's what we're gonna
It's
do.
seeming that way, man, because you can get you're not confined and you can get the orientation you want uh, for fidelity.
Well, and the other nice part about doing two pieces in the front, I was trying to get away from going to two pieces, which everybody here knows, and you know it. You and I have had a lot of conversations about that. But the nice thing is, like, I just started printing a Scout, the two piece front end, all in one shot on my printer. So both pieces are standing straight up.
The front and the rear.
The front half of the front and the rear half of the front are both One's nose down and one's standing up. Like how you
Yeah,
printed.
so the butt joints.
Yes, are on the plate.
Right.
Yep.
So you got this one like this?
Yep.
Yo, watch those overhangs here, dude, on the window. I've been doing mine like this.
Oh,
Yeah, I showed you that. Where this is
yeah.
straight, so
Right.
it doesn't plateau.
Yep. Yeah. So I decided to just do it that way. Would you look at that?
Yeah, dude. So I actually split the back on this one just because, um, but I also split the front, and this is where it should be probably. I'm not really even together yet. I'm only pinned in.
Right on.
Um,
You like how tight that plate, the locator plate for the bed, goes into the body.
yeah, that's great. So this is what we're talking about. Right there on the door jamb, on the door seam.
Yep.
So yeah, it hides that joint,
Yep.
and you can glue it on the inside, and you can't tell. The only reason you can tell on the back is because the sheen is giving it away. But we
Right.
don't we're not gonna probably split these at the back like this, like I have it in the fender. But that front one, it worked out for me pretty good on the windows and stuff. I've got another one over here that did better than this one did at the windows. It's always a give and take. Like that,
Yep.
that that's the thing. You're gonna have overhang somewhere.
Yep. And where do you want it?
And where do you want it? And knowing how these things work, we are asking a lot for these printers with these curves. No matter how good the machine is, we're asking a lot out of them um, on these curves, these radiuses. So it's gonna be somewhere.
Dude, there's there's a lot. There's a lot to these to print these out.
There is, man. It's like we should. It's like we. How do we not know yet? But we keep learning. Um, and it's because we're doing one after the other after the other.
Right.
For the longest time, I had only done the scouts, and then I started rocking out the Ford, and I'm playing with orientation and all this kind of stuff, and you don't always get it the first time.
There's
That looks good.
the whole back half of the Ford.
You
Yeah,
print,
it come out really good. I did this one standing straight up.
yeah. Let me see the back. Hold on. Damn it, dude. Yeah, it did pretty good.
For that being at the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank goodness it's straight across.
Right.
Otherwise, it'd be a mess there.
Yeah. Well, like you said, Ryan, you where do you want to give it at? Like where are you willing to maybe have to work a little bit depending on what the body is and the shape of it versus where you don't want to work at.
It is a big trade off because, yeah, where do you want it?
Dirty thirds. He said, I got my kit built last night. Which
Nice.
which kit did you get?
The Vanquish or the 10-3 or what kit?
Hell, I thought he was talking about a scout kit of ours, man. Come on. I know Keith said he was going to put his together this week. I haven't talked to him, so I'm.
Yeah, I'm over the moon about these pins though. Man, that is nice.
Oh yeah,
Dude, it's just you can't tell where they. I mean, here on the back of mine you can because of the sheen, but if I had paint on there
you would
and
never know,
did my stuff, you wouldn't know. It lines up perfect, dude.
right?
Builder's kit, nice,
Yeah, yeah.
nice. So you're ready for one of these then?
Heck yeah, he is.
These come off looking so good, bro. So I mean, really, there's no problem, except for expectations. You know, I was surprised. I actually I won't probably do it this way again. I printed that. You see how it's goofy in the middle?
Yep.
You know why? Because I printed it straight like this, no supports, and it was able to
Oh
bridge.
wow, it did that good.
Unbelievable.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
No supports, nothing. It printed that good
Wow. Yes, that's
with
good for no
nothing
sports.
holding it up. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Unbelievable, dude.
That's good. Yeah. I think I've got one laying around here somewhere that I printed the other day, standing up on like a 45-degree angle, you know. Got to find it in all my bets.
It's a big ass gas can, but you know what? It works.
It's a big ass gas can, but it works. He's right.
That's the thing about these, man. I mean, we're making concessions.
You know, that came out really good standing up, you know, on an angle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, and I did go back in. Which one did you print? The last file that I gave you yesterday afternoon late or last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This one is not that way. So
What's the difference?
this, see the gas cap?
Yeah.
It's egg shaped. Yours is
Oh,
not.
well, that's what I got. You got round ones?
I do. I updated the file. I sent
Double
it to
check.
you.
Double check you didn't send the old one because this is the new one and it's egg.
Okay. I'll look. I'll look right now. I may have sent you the wrong one.
You did. Because I was like, I went and made sure I got the new one.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
But dude, as much as we want them to be perfect, look, I don't think anyone's a tougher critic than us on these.
Nah, you really do your homework, you know, when we do one and you're like, hey, let's change this. Let's change this. Let's change that. And the changes haven't been very many, but it's time consuming.
There's that, and then there's the fidelity, the print. So I mean, there's multiple things going on there, right? Like getting it right and then getting it right again. Like how to print it, how to orient it.
Yeah.
And the bed on this thing, it's a big print, dude. Whether
All
you
right.
cut it or not.
I just sent it to you. I just checked it first and it's the right one.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, brother. There's so many iterations of this. So does your machine not remember the project?
Oh, it does. Yeah, yeah, it does. The thing is with, you know, for anybody who's hanging out here, you know, when I go in and do the slice or cut that front half of that body now in Creality, software. What it does is when you cut that and put the dowels in where you want them and do all that, and then you go to slice it and create the G codes. It came up earlier with a non-manifold edge, and usually what I'll do, because I do a lot of my slicing in Mesh Mixer, and then I save those files, and then I'll drag those in onto the plate individually, and sometimes it'll have that non-manifold edge. Well, the Macintosh won't fix that, but the PC will. The Windows-based computers will allow you to fix that. And so I was having that earlier, but I guess it just depends on where you actually get that slice line at on that body, whether or not it's going to give you a messed up file or not, a non-manifold edge. So what I did was I sliced it again in my Mac, the Scout front half, and it actually sliced with no problem. So I think I got it.
Reality software.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that dude. That's part of it. Like if you do it in the software for the machine, you mitigate any kind of communication error, right? Like I'm definitely slicing in the bamboo slicer,
Right.
and
But
and so even if it tells me it's got manifold edges or whatever, so it
oh,
it,
you,
it doesn't matter. It's still fine.
huh? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you can't save it as an STL and it keep the holes though, for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't understand that. It's weird that it won't save that with those holes there. I
But
mean,
if the
because
project is the project,
right, yeah, you just create the G code, throw it into the machine, and you're done. And then the
it'll
machine will
remember it.
save it. Yeah, but I for the longest time I was going from my Macintosh and just using through the Wi-Fi and just sending the print like what you do to your machine. I stopped doing that. I'm back to using my jump drive, and I'll put the G codes on the jump drive, and that way then I got them all on there. And now since I'm using I got a second K1 Max for people that don't know. So I've got two K1 Maxes over here running right now, full bore, and I'm sharing that jump drive. I'll pull it out and put it in the other one, and then call up that file, so I can print. You know, I can print the same file on both machines. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
Well, I'll be able to do that too but whether I use a drive or not, I mean it's even the Wi-Fi, it'll be the same.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got to go and clear out the cache once in a while on the videos and stuff because they'll throw an error code. And so I try to just put everything on jump drive. That way, then it's there. And you know what? When you get that second machine and you're using all bamboo like I'm using all Creality, man, you can just pull that thing out, put it, and if you change a file, you use that jump drive and update that file on that jump drive, and then get rid of the old one or rewrite over it, and then you don't have to worry about picking the wrong one. That's just that's what I do. Everybody's got their own rhyme and reason to do.
Yeah, I mean, I work out of the project, and so if something's wrong, I just throw it away, right there.
Right.
No folder, nothing else. Um, just that. And with these slices for the dowels, it's on the door panel, so it's like,
Right. Yeah.
it's not like we're able to look. Even with four machines between both of us, mine shows up tomorrow, supposedly. But like you can only go so fast. So
Oh yeah.
it's like, dude, when I slice, I mean, my project has it. It's already, I cut it, it's there. So, but even if I had to drag in, the original file to slice it and throw locator holes in it again, because you're printing the halves right then and there, kind of real time,
Right.
it's going to be fine. The only way it wouldn't be is if, like, we got locator pins and we know better to even try this. Like, give me your cab and I got my hood. Yeah, it's not gonna be the same. But if you forego the dowel pins, it will be. So I mean, even worst case scenario, it's still gonna work, but you lose the benefit of the locator pin. But we're not mixing we're not gonna be mixing them up like that.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
The thing that we want to do is, and we talked about this the other night. Whatever we do, it's got to be the same. So if we're going to print these things out, the back half, the bed or the whatever, if we're going to do that all in one piece, great. If we're going to do it in two pieces, we need to be doing the same thing with whatever we're doing. We need to be in unison.
Right, but if you can't share the locators,
Right. Yeah. Then you can't mix and match stuff.
then mine is mine
Yep.
and yours is yours.
Exactly. That's pretty
And so
crazy. That's pretty
that's what,
crazy. That thing's not even like glued together, put together. It just snaps in.
yeah, dude. It fits real good here, but because of the way I cut it in the back, I haven't glued it.
Right. Yep. Man, people are quiet tonight, man. Nobody's really talking to us. Don't be
That's
shy.
okay, man. We can split.
Don't be shy. Come on and say hi, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to glue this one together because I wasn't super happy with the window, uh, the pillars on this one.
Oh. Seeing my pillars on mine come out really good. It's weird.
Well, mine did on the other piece.
Yeah. It's I don't understand that.
Mine did on the other piece, but then I don't like the back. So it's it's always one thing or the other, like, and my filament's dry, so that's not the problem. But I don't like the way the back did on this one. It's fixable, but
Oh yeah. How did you print that? What orientation?
like this. Dude, but the pillars are dialed.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got to pick and choose where you want to work at if you have to. We've been spoiled with the Scout. The Scout prints so smooth and so nice.
Yeah, and then you'll have
And
weird stuff like, I don't even know, like, what's this
oh,
mess?
I had the same thing on mine, bro.
Why?
Same thing. Yeah. Exact same thing on mine.
It's overhangs, bro. It doesn't like overhangs.
Well, and here's the thing, Ryan. I mean, you and I both are using this carbon fiber stuff, and I mean, this is new to us, and I don't know if it's got something to do with from one roll to the next, if it changes or what, but it definitely does. It definitely does have its moments, roll to roll. And what I absolutely hate more than anything is I got up at 3 o'clock this morning and I come down here and the printer's sitting there running, idling with no filament. So I put a new roll of filament in and I'm halfway done with this Ford. I absolutely hate having to change the filament because you can see that line where you do that at.
Well, especially if it sat for a long time first.
Well, there's that, I mean,
If you can change it right away, I don't think you don't see it the same. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But if it
Well,
sat there cooling off,
yeah.
you do. If I think it's going to do that to me in the middle of the night, I'll put a fresh roll on. so I don't.
So you don't have to.
So it
You have to
doesn't
deal with it.
sit there. I mean, if I'm right here and it runs out, no problem. But
Right.
if it's going to be hours before I can get to it,
Right.
bro,
Yep.
change that son of a gun before you leave.
Yep. Yep.
And dude, it, you don't learn this stuff unless you're doing a bunch of it.
But you just stay where you're. Just hold tight. Let me show you. Mine actually on the top and the back came out pretty decent.
Yeah. How's the front?
Garbage trash.
See, you don't get all of it.
That's
can't
what you
get
were
it all.
you were looking at it earlier. Right at the top, at the bottom of the hood line.
Yep.
Just a little bit, you know.
And that was adaptive there?
Yep, sure
No
was.
way.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. The thing is, the way I had this standing up, I have a feeling that hood line at the top right here, where it looks like garbage, even though the adaptive stuff was on and I had it dialed in like I do the Scout and everything else that I've framed so far, it's pretty flat right there. It matches that it's flat. So if I would have went a little bit more straight up, it would have done better on it.
Yeah, mine was straight up. It looks dynamite.
So that's why again, it's, we got the Scout dialed. Now we're trying to just really find our mojo with the Ford, just to get the right angle so that nobody has to really do anything to it.
Right.
How's that fit on there with the bumper? Good.
Yeah, okay. I'm not 100 on my mount. Yeah, this one was straight up like this.
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. If you print that straight up, then this flat spot right here on this hood line, that mine looks like crap, it's angled when you stand straight up. It's got like a 45-degree angle on it. That's why yours looks good. And I had mine tilted, so this was flat. Even though I had the layer lines dialed down.
Here's what's nice about straight up on the Ford. So where it goes weird at is out of sight because of the bumper and the grill.
Yep.
So in the scoop here is where you see it plateau. But even that's not bad, but it's hidden by the grill.
Right.
But like the hood itself, look at that.
Oh yeah, it looks great. Yeah, so that's again, I'm gonna do what you're doing, Ryan. I'm gonna split my front halves, and then I'll print both of them on the printer at the same time. It's no big deal. But I want to be able to get a really nice fidelity on everything, like the Scout. I want to get this dialed with the Ford. It's got different curves, like you said earlier. It's different.
Yeah.
What's up, Aunt Mo? How's it going, man?
Up?
Mr. Ramsey, 33rd, still around kicking. He's probably playing with his builder's kit, dialing it in. MBX5 Brian, what's up?
I'm about to get another one of those, dude.
Builder's kit?
Yeah.
Oh my lordy.
I like them. This one here was a parts rig. The lengths are different. I mean, they're the same length, but they're not the high clearance.
Oh, is that the one that you got from the junkyard?
I think so.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think so. So it's got different links and stuff, but otherwise it's the same.
It's like this Scout front end. It's absolutely perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this at all. But you see what's missing?
Yes.
The wing window frames. And that's okay, because you know what? I'll put this one together and run it without the top on it. I'll run it without a top at all.
Oh yeah, if the wings are gone, you might as well.
Yeah.
You might as well. Yeah.
Mr. Michael Bird, what's up, man? So yeah, and so with that said, I got another extra, full roof. I got the front half of the Scout body laying here, all the bits and pieces that go with it. So
What's nice about the pins stuff is if you pump your brakes. Like I didn't glue this together because I wanted to do that again. And so now I got a better one to put in here. But now I'm looking at that one and this one. It's like, I don't, which one's the worst? Like this one, the only issue I had was a little bit on the front I didn't like on the pillars. Well, this one, the pillars are great, but the back's bad. Mix and match.
but you printed them two different orientations.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm trying to find the best.
Exactly. Yep.
And that's why splitting them in half is not bad because if you're going to learn, you want to learn in 20 hours or 11.
It's a work of art, man, no matter what way you look at it.
20 hours or 11 to learn your mistake.
Clickety click.
Clickety click. Folks have no idea what it takes to get that right.
I'm sure that there are some out there that do. It's been a wild ride to try and get these things.
There's so many moving parts, brother.
It's been wild to get them set up. The 3 bodies that we do have right now, to get them to interchange and lock like that without having to do anything to the chassis. But it's a whole nother ball game of what you guys are hearing me and Ryan talk about, and some of of trying to figure out exactly what the best orientation is to get the best fidelity, so you're not grinding and sanding on stuff.
Yeah, it's one thing after the other, without a doubt, because.
But all of this stuff needs to be documented. As far as if we're gonna do two front halves, or split the front half in 2 pieces, and Ford needs to be at 30 degrees of angle on the front piece, and the back one needs to be at 42 or 45 degrees to get the best angle and best fidelity. So we just need to make sure that we're documenting this stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's the great thing about the archive, the project, if you ask me, because there it is.
There it is. Yeah. Thanks, Michael Bird. Appreciate it.
Because there it is.
There's probably not anybody over there. He popped over on my channel.
Oh yeah, it's also on the RC3D Fab Factory channel too. Probably for the last time, because the thing expires.
We're going back to having the StreamYard icon up top.
Yep. For $45 a month, you better believe it.
Whatever works, man.
Whatever works, man.
No big deal.
And I'm still nerding out on these mounts because I had good intentions, but I made it tight.
You got to stop fussing with it, man. When you get it really close and it's good and it works and it's functionable, leave it alone. Because then you're going to be spending so much time on that mount that...
I already have. It's too late now. It's too late now, brother. I've done it. Beefed it up, brought it in, brought it out.
You know what? I'm going to stick with the file that you sent me last week that you're like,
try it.
This is good. This is it. I'm like, I'm sticking with it.
You need to try it.
Let me know when you need that file back.
I don't need it back. I got one. You should try it like I told you.
I'm not. I take your word for it.
Brother, no. You gotta try it.
I don't have nothing to try it on yet.
It's a 30-minute print, brother, and then
I'm
you can put it in your rig.
I don't have anything to try it on.
Undo what's on your chassis and put it on it.
I don't have any bodies to try it.
Well, you will.
I don't have a Ford body that doesn't have the removable bumper. I've got my blue one, what's got the front bumper that's fused on, and everything else is in pieces and boxes as kits.
Gotcha. Well, I got about 13 of them here that aren't any good.
QC inspector.
Well, and then I have them right, but what prompted it in the first place was the bumper angle.
Well, yeah, when you start messing with stuff, that's why I'm saying you gotta be careful because man, the little tweaks will get you. It got me a couple times. But hey, it's all right.
Well, it can't be crooked, dude. You know what I mean?
That's why you run into a boulder like I did and straighten it out.
Well, I got it straightened out, and then I filled up some of the beef. But you've got the chassis angled. So that's a thing.
So yeah, International Harvester Homecoming this weekend. Saturday. Fort Wayne, Indiana.
And here's my problem too. I think this earlier version clip is different than what's in the new ones. Yeah, that's in. No sweat on the scalp. And that's what I was adjusting to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad I just don't have a million of the axial parts because then I would have saved myself a whole lot of messing around.
Yep.
Like this, yeah, no problem.
What's up, flopping?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm sure the file you sent me last week will be fine for what I'll try it at some point, but right now I don't want to be putting these things together, and then not having any kits here.
Yeah, but you got to know it works.
Well, I'll probably I'll put this Ford one together and finish it, so I will know eventually.
Yeah, dude, it's just look, there's just this fine line, dude, and it's hard to see the fine line. Like you'll do it and you're like, "Oh man, I should tighten that up or fill the gap or just a little bit of this and that." Well, okay, your little bit of this and that now means that you need to take off this and that somewhere else.
Right.
Like the clip has this wide piece on it that keeps it from laterally moving around.
Right.
This.
Mm-hmm.
And it's squared off, right? If this back of it was a 45, I wouldn't be messing still. Because it's the chassis rail. Just a little tiny bit on the end. But you want it there because it rests in between these fins.
Right. Well, that's there because of the builder's kit or the Coyote, you
Right.
know, it has to be there.
Right.
Unless they change the front bumper mount,
And that's the whole point of
you
making
know.
this is so we're not
So
confined to those
right,
two rigs.
right. But that's what I'm saying. Like it kind of transitions from that plate that's on that quick release to your bumper mount, depending on what chassis it is that you're putting that on. So if you want that to be a 45 on the back, I can do that.
Well, yeah, if you can do it without changing it. Because, dude, I've got 20 of these freaking mounts. I'm done. And the one you got is good, except this plate here, because of the back, the way it is,
Yeah,
this plate here where the action happens,
right.
uh, I spent all this time to get the bumper straight and beef this plate up thickness wise and then out this way. But because of the chassis rails, now I got to take it away again. So if you fix the back of that rectangle 45 just on the ends, um, then that can stay the way it is. That's why my green Scout goes on good because I filed the back of that on
Yeah,
the
so
yeah,
all you need is just a little bit of relief,
a little bit,
right?
a little bit.
I'll go in and cut 45s on the outside back side of that plate,
That or
like you're
take
talking about.
this that I sent you and shorten that.
I'm not shortening that. I think it's good the way it is, how you had it, the file that I have. I think it's good. The previous file I did print out, and then you did a little tweak on it and said, "Here, this is the final rendition." So I printed the previous one out and put it on and tried it, and it was fine. So, you know, I'll go in and put 45s of relief on the backside of that plate. That way, we don't have to mess with that anymore.
Well,
We
that
move
that would be
on.
good because then the clip grabs more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then the clip grabs more because you don't have to lose it here to accommodate the bend on that chassis.
Right. Yeah, man. That's easy enough done.
Yes.
That will be an easy fix. Trust me. What's Flopping got going on? The 6 hour live marathon on Monday. Job didn't have all the stuff for it. Swapping VP stuff onto my old bastard build. SSD diamond axles on it. Vanquish 3 gear and dig with a counter rotating front. Output to a P3 gear with dig and red. Dude, Flopping's going deep into this. Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Nice.
5 years and not a leak yet. That's cool. It's hard to find shocks that don't leak.
I'll probably mess with it one more time.
No, don't.
Well,
just start printing car bodies. Screw working on that stupid ass mount. Let it go.
it's got to work.
Well, if you're telling me that I need to put a 45 on the back side of my plate for it to work the way it is,
Then that means I'm not done yet.
then stop messing with it. Or just use the file that you sent me that you said I'm perfect. And I'll put the 45 on the back side of whatever and we'll roll.
Do you have it? That piece?
I haven't printed it out. I'm too busy printing bodies, bro.
Oh,
I don't have time to print that small crap.
that's the
I'm
only
printing.
time there is to.
I'm printing big shit, bro. I ain't got time for that small crap. Come on, man. I ain't got time. Plastic parts flying around. Here's the Blazer. Yeah, baby. This actually came out really pretty good.
You know what? Instead of a 45 would fix it too.
What? What? Just start over from fresh?
No. That plate that's on there, if it were more forward, it's not really structural. I mean, it's sideways and up
It's
and down.
has nothing to do with structure. It has no structural
But if you see where the
being
clip
with it.
comes down at and where it has to fit in the groove, and then you look right next to where the chassis rail is, it's fine once it's in there. But where it has to go down at,
And go back and then go forward.
yeah, that's the problem. So hold on a minute, man.
See how this works, guys? Now he's going after my plate rather than him working. He's gonna make me work on the plate rather than him working on the block. So what are we doing?
If the plate just had a spacer, like another chunk to bring it out, so it's even with where the clicker happens. See the front edge of the clicker, right?
Yeah, we can
See
talk
how the
about
plate's
this.
behind that?
We can talk about this after hours. It's fine.
Well, I'm talking about it now. So, but see how the click's in front of that, right?
Because I didn't plan on this being an issue with the older 10.3 chassis. So that's why it's sitting where it's sitting.
It's not a diss. It's
I
not
know.
a diss.
I'm just saying that, it worked fine for the builder's kit and the Coyote when
right,
we first started.
exactly.
So with
we got to pivot.
That's fine. I mean, that's an easy fix to move that forward, man.
That's all it needs.
Let me do that. I can do that upside down, blindfolded in my sleep tonight.
But you know what I'm saying, because that forward piece, it's perfect. But this being back here, because this starts off back, because before it clicks, it's back.
No, I fully understand what
Yeah.
the message you're sending. I get it.
And that was fine on the loosey-goosey stock axial.
So here's my ultimate question for you. How far do I need to move it forward?
That's what I was trying to say. Bro, even with the clicker,
Okay.
just forward about 3/16 maybe.
Okay.
But nothing changed. Just come this way. And that'll clear us. That means I don't have to make this too skinny, and what we have works.
Okay.
Actually, all 20 of the ones I had probably would have worked. Like, that's why I'm so all about it right now, because, dude, I've been on this problem, and I'm like, okay. And better than putting a 45 on the back, I think is just pull it up. Because these mounts are amazing, because our rigs go on every 10.3 with it. I mean, that's the beauty of that is people don't have to buy the axial part to use the rig.
Right. Exactly. No, I 100% agree. I'll take and make a block. I'll insert it in.
Same space, same shape, same everything. Just up. Because when our spring clip is back,
not up, forward.
Yeah. Forward. Up.
When you say up, I'm going up.
No, it's fine. and if we don't want to, I mean, the clip is awesome. All that stuff is so good. And if it wasn't pushed back, waiting to go in, that rectangle wouldn't be an issue.
I'm going to just take that rectangle completely out of the equation.
No, because you need it. Because it
I'm messing with you, bro.
Actually, if you want to talk redesign, make it all skinnier and fit in between the chassis rails, right where it sits, and you don't have to do shit else. In between the metal instead of on it.
It
You know what I
fits
mean?
in. It fits in between my chassis rails. It fits in between the chassis rails on the builder's kit.
It fits in between the plastic fins that bolt on that kit, but not in between the metal rails. That's what's holding. That's what's got me.
Now you're dissing.
Huh?
I said, now you're dissing.
Honestly, if you do that, if you bring it in between the metal, then leave it where it is. But if you got to leave it wide for those plastic fins, then it's got to come up. I would say just make it, leave it where it is, but go in between the metal rails. Then it's no problem at all, and it still does its job right where it sets. This ain't a diss. This is teamwork making the dream work.
Bro, you know I'm just messing with you, bro. All right, so yeah, I got it. I
See what I'm saying, dude? Actually,
Yeah.
brother, that's the better fix because those plastic fins that we designed to, look, guys, we're new. Those plastic fins that we designed it to are only on the Coyote and the Builder's Kit anyway. So if you come in narrower, leave it right where it is, come in between the metal rails, solves my problem, dude. And it's going to be perfect for all of the axials, even more so. It just needs shaved off on the left and right.
Here's the thing, Ryan. The plate doesn't sit low enough to go in between the chassis rails. At least on the builder's kit, it doesn't. It's above. It is riding above the chassis rails where they turn and go down. And if I come down with it more, it's going to get in the way of our clip and this functionality of this.
No, it doesn't need to come down. It just needs to be narrower.
I'm saying, well, but I'm so. My point is that that plate is above the chassis rails.
Yeah.
It's riding above the chassis rails. I can't bring it down. There's no room to bring it down.
The reason partly is why that works is because the stock one is super skinny. Because it can get away with being made that way. But ours has a thicker beef to it.
I know, but that freaking block you've been working on for 2 years now, you put that block in this builder's kit chassis. Are you telling me it won't work?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
How so? Because this one with the builder's kit, there's nothing in the way for your locking clip to flow back to come in and lock back in. There's nothing in its way.
This is so skinny and narrow. There's not a problem getting it clicked. But this is deeper. It's in the same exact height. It's the same height. But there's more to it because it's 3D printed.
Well, let's talk about this later. I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand if I make the change on it, it ain't going to do anything. I can take that block you got right there and put it in this 10-3 builder's kit, and I will not have an issue with what you're talking about. I know what you're saying about
That's why we need to print it off and try it.
Because like the older 10-3s, I get what you're saying because it's tighter in there. I understand that 100%.
Well, I think they're the same. We weren't sure about that. But
they're not. The shock towers are different.
The shock towers are different.
So that's why I'm saying like this plate in this chassis is everything for this plate is around the inside of the shock towers, right? So if you go to an older, like a base camp chassis, you're saying this plate is too wide for the base camp.
No, what I'm saying is that the Coyote and the Base Camp Builders Kit shock towers are different, and they have plastic fins.
Right. But
And because of those plastic fins, that plate's perfect. The chassis rails are in the same spot on both, but it's the plastic fins on those new kits, which is why that plate is fine. But if you have this mount on one of those other kits that doesn't have those plastic fins,
the plastic plates,
yeah,
it's too tight. It's too tight then, right?
Well, there's nothing to hold it on the sides because it's sitting on top of the chassis rail, not in them.
So if that plate needs to be shaved off on 45s on the backside to give that clearance for that to lock into your bracket, why not just do that and be done with it?
Well, because it's still a what if it's enough, right? So if you just go, if this is the rectangle and you just bring it in left and right and make it more narrow in between the metal chassis rails, that works for all of them, no matter what the plastic little side fins are.
I understand that, but if I don't have room to take that plate and come down far enough to get in between the chassis rails without getting into the clip mechanism, it completely defeats what we're trying to do with the clip, because that plate also locks your clip right to the bumper mount. It keeps it from going up and down and left and right. That's what this does. So if I change that, it's going to screw the whole pooch on up and down as well. So we got to be careful here what we're going to do, because then we're going to ass it all up. That's why I need time to think about what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but we need to figure out. I don't want to go all the way down to on each side of this plate to get into the chassis rails. We could come across and then down. I don't want to change the height of the plate.
No,
relative to the clip
height at all.
I know, but in order to get this to sit in between the chassis rails, it has to come down. This bracket right now, this plate does not come close to being interfering with the chassis rails when it's locked in place. It's too high.
The top of the plate, whether it's the manufactured one or the one we made, is at the same spot. So,
I understand.
So the go across flat piece on this rectangle sets down on this bumper mount regardless if it's our one we made or the stock one.
But what I'm saying is, if I take this plate right now, this bottom edge of that plate is way above where the chassis rails are at. I can't come down with it. The only way that we can do this is to have it come down on each side of the clip.
It doesn't need to come down.
To get to the chassis rails.
It doesn't need to come down. It just has to get narrower. That width of the rectangle just has to get narrower.
I know, Ryan, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're
looking, have to move.
You can't see it, but so on the chassis rail, that clip that plate, it's like clear up here, bro, where it sits at. It's clear up here in between these.
Yeah, but when you deepen this, like I did, to grab more of the clip, it's back more into the metal.
Yeah,
and it won't go down. So what I'm talking about shouldn't affect anything other than letting it frickin' go in without having to make this super narrow like the stock one is. This is better than the stock one. But it's only the plate doesn't need to move. That width, it just needs to get narrow. And it's still gonna land and set right where it needs to, flat across the cross member, whether it's the stock one or the manufactured one. And it'll still do the same job laterally, side to side.
I don't think
And
so.
it won't matter if it's got the plastic skids on it or not. That's all. It's.
I just
I know that's okay.
no. I'm digesting what you're saying, but I just didn't expect this to become an issue. But
I look.
But
I
I-
didn't
but-
want to have to fix the mount, but I had to.
I think that I still say that in order to do what you're wanting to do, we got to come across with that plate and then skinny it up and then make it longer on each side of the clip so it goes down far enough to actually connect and sit and ride in between the chassis rails. It's not low enough at the chassis rails. It's not low enough. Well, welcome to KK and RR Designs, guys. Jeez.
I'm telling you, dude. All you got to do is make it skinnier. It's so look, if in between the chassis rails, 61 and a half, and this dude,
I understand that. You want it more narrow. You want it to be skinnier.
it's like 68. That's it. Dimensionally, it's all fine.
Nope, won't work.
I'm not-
It's gotta be longer on each side in order to encapsulate to make contact with your chassis rails, because your chassis rails come down. Your plate's sitting up here. That's where it sits. Your chassis rail comes here and comes
You're
down.
missing what I'm saying.
But
It still sets down
chassis-
on the where this converges is on the bumper mount itself. It's sitting on the bumper mount,
I understand that.
so it doesn't matter whether it's this stock one or the made one. Even if you bring those in, that still bottoms out where it has
So-
to, where everything's just right.
If you want to fix all of this real quick, we get rid of the blade that's on the quick release clip altogether completely, and you're forced to put our bumper mount in the front of every chassis to make that clip fit into your bumper mount, because it encapsulates the clip, right, and keeps it from going left and right and up and down.
This should still work both ways. This way. I'm about to cut this shit off and show you.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Why? I'll melt the son of a bitch off right now, dude.
I mean,
I'll fire up the soldering gun.
Jeez, just cut it off with a hacksaw.
No way. Why? When you can melt it. It's not that much.
What's up, Fred? Jeff, how's it going?
Otherwise, you got to
welcome
make
to the
this
R&D.
too skinny. Like the stock one, I mean, it's fine, but it's really narrow, which is why all that worked. But with a better mount, and look, you should. What I'm proposing does not mitigate the use of this one. It just allows the better one to work too.
So cut the damn thing off and let's see. I don't think it's going to work. With the stock bumper mount, Ryan. Stock bumper mount. Not ours.
I'll do both.
It won't work. It will not work with the stock one.
Let me plug this son of a bitch in.
Jeez. How's everybody doing tonight? Fred, good call. Can we talk about politics and religion? something we can all agree on. Oh, love it.
All right, give that a minute to heat up.
This is going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen.
I guess, should I glue this together? So it,
No, well, are you printing another one?
I mean, I'm always printing something.
Well, that's what I was going to say was, I mean, you got to kind of do.
I don't need to put it together to see this.
Mm-mm. The work instructions, bro.
And then I can switch to the stock mount too. After this,
It'll do
first
this.
I want to see if my fix, like
It'll
works
when
here.
when you do that, the stock bumper mount is going to, the body's going to do this at the front, left and right, back and forth. You watch. It's going to be Rattle City up front. Ding, 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 left and right. Promise. Whatever you take off of that plate, you're going to have that much movement each way, left and right.
Then it needs figured out to work in between the metal because none of these rigs, not all of these rigs have this plastic. So the same thing could be said on anybody's
But that
CJ or whatever.
But again, that's the reason for our bumper mount is it encapsulates the clip, so it can't move left and right.
Or so it ain't gonna matter.
So what we need to do is relieve the back of that plate, like you said, so it's got enough room to come back and accept and clip into our bumper mount.
Well, I'll try the 45 first.
Do that. Do that
before
first.
I cut shit off.
Yeah, do that. Because when you cut shit off, yeah, it's gonna do this on the front.
Our mount's better than the stock one for grabbing our clip.
Oh, I agree 100%. Absolutely. But we want to be able to offer that bumper mount, right, for the older 10.3s that don't have those plastic fins you're talking about in the shock towers. So if there's I would start with the 45. It's a great idea. Melt off 45 degrees on the back of that thing on each side, and I think that will, you already got
Honestly, I already know that works because I shaved it off on the green Scout.
Yeah, and so you've got our bumper mount in your chassis right now, right?
Yeah, my new one.
Yeah. So that'll be a perfect. I don't want to see you cut that plate down because then you're gonna be loosey goosey up front, bro.
Okay, then your 45, all it has to be is
politics and religion, guys.
7 millimeters in on both sides, 45. Well, actually, you have that line there where there's a difference in the height.
Yeah.
Go to there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. But all you really need is a little bit at the end. All right, Melty.
Melting pot. Here we go.
It looks like like a 45.
Ryan, he loves the smell. Burning
Shit,
carbon
it ain't
fiber.
plugged in.
Oh shit!
Because I plugged in something else.
Oh shiz!
The dryer, gosh, what can I unplug here?
Any, mini, mighty, mo.
I can unplug that. Okay. This gun heats up quick.
Is there anybody watching that bought one of our scout kits that's together?
Fab Factory, dude. This is the meeting. This is what it is.
This is like the after hours party, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Ryan and I do after the show's over.
This is how we get stuff done. So
for like 2 hours. And then I'm like, dude, I need to really like go take a nap.
That I'm doing it now because I don't have 2 hours after.
That's cool. Let's get it all done right now. Perfect.
Bro, it is what it is.
Right, Fred? Victory, baby. He loves to smell carbon fiber. That's right. Right straight from the soldering iron right into your nose.
Right?
I got to check on my 2 printers over here.
Bro, mine comes this one tomorrow. It has the laser and the cutter. Dude,
Yeah, I know. You know what?
I got a lot to learn.
I'm just gonna take Bree with me to the Harvester Festival down at Fort Wayne because you're gonna be too busy playing with your new toy. You ain't gonna go.
Well, I mean, if you don't want me to go, sure.
Dude, you're gonna be cooped up in that room there with your new baby, working
No, I
it out.
won't, because I start a print and walk away, come back a day later.
Ah, shit! I wish it was that easy.
It is with bamboo. Dude, I'm so pumped to cut vinyl. Actually.
Yeah, I am too. I got a bunch of stuff you can cut for me.
Well, then I can't print if I'm making stickers.
Michael Bird's asking what you got. Second printer.
H2D, dude, with a 40-watt laser.
And he's going to run an extension cord to his breaker panel.
You know, they don't take as much as you think they do.
They don't. That's what we talked about the other night. They don't.
Yeah, and I've watched a lot of videos on this stuff too, and it's weirdly true.
Yeah.
Actually, the most juice they take is at the beginning when things are getting up to speed on the heat.
Right. Yep. The hot plate, once it gets up to temperature, then it probably really relaxes on the amperage.
Yeah, fans start running and the heat and all that.
But
business.
everything's all 12 volt, dude. Except for probably the heating element. Well, the heating element's probably 110.
Carbon fiber seems to melt nice.
Carbon fiber's gonna smell good. Gonna smell good in the hood. Why don't you take and go solo on this so everybody can see what you're doing to my wonderful plate?
I'm already almost done, so.
Doctor. You doing that? You doing that kind of reminds me of when you and Mike decided to put the Corsair back together after you had to reverse the ailerons.
I still think that was the box, but you're an asshole if you say so.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
It had to have been the manual.
The electronics. Well, I'm willing to admit it might have been me, and that's how I put it off. But it may not have been.
I thought for a split second there when I watched that video, I thought, man, he's gonna save this damn thing. And nope.
Dude, I didn't know it was backwards. It happened so fast.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
But I owned it. And I had just left working at that place. They thought I did it on purpose. Like, who would do that?
The blue box, LOL, Fred says.
Yep.
The blue box.
I not conclusive, so I'll never say it. Because I'm not a punk. All right, let's make sure I don't melt other stuff. Well, that's in there.
Let's not set the room on fire over there.
All right, so that's 45s basically melted into it. I might be able to clean up a little bit.
Pull that up. Let's see it. Bring that up here. Let's see what you got here. Tilt it.
See, just on the
end. Oh
end.
yeah, you didn't take very much off of there. Okay.
Just on the end, bro.
No. It's gonna fit like a champion.
Well, if that would be great, because I don't want to get back into this mount.
Don't.
Dude, I don't know CAD. I'm doing it all in the slicer, bro. It's amazing what you can do in the slicer, but I'm not a 3D modeler, dude. I am not. Son of a bitch. That's all it needs, brother. Do a 50-degree or something on the back of that to that cut, brother,
Yeah.
please, and we're done.
Yeah, that way you don't have to mess with the mount. I told you it'd be easy for me to go in and do that. So easy.
Do that then.
All right. Yep.
Because you're right. You could do the other thing I was talking about too because of our mount, but it screws you up on the stock one.
Yep.
I'll concede that.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you want,
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, less is more. That's our whole approach. We want the most out of the least.
Right. Exactly. Less is
And
more.
man,
So,
the trouble I've had with these, we got a thing that's working pretty good. Let's not do much.
So how's it release and good?
Oh, dude, come on. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, so it doesn't need to come in. That would have worked too, but I think it would have screwed up, like you said, the maybe the stock one. So this we know works on the stock one because that's what we designed to. And then you gave me a really good start on that front mount, and I really just
You tweaked it.
I beefed it out so it's holding more, and I straightened out the bumper, and it's good.
And you lowered it too, so that way then it's the same stock ride height.
It's the same as this.
No, I'm glad you worked it over, bro. That's cool.
But I beefed up that blade because this is a different material. We couldn't do it that skinny.
Right.
So I brought that blade. I made this little blade that catches it deeper on the bottom and deeper in. So it grabs, it just does a better job than this does fine with the way you got the top. But our clip needed just a little bit of work, and so I got it finally. Goodness sakes!
Yeah, it's just
if you can do that, we're done.
Oh, that's easy. It'd take me 5 minutes to do that or less.
And I will personally, these ones that are already ready, I'll personally melt that sumbitch myself.
Sure. Aunt Mo, he's asking the $1 million question. When are we going to hear about next new projects?
Well, so buy up the old ones.
So I to answer that, I started on 2 more this last weekend.
Yeah, and they're going to be awesome.
Not too far away. It's, here's the thing, guys. I mean, like Ryan and I talked about a little while ago, it's a lot of print time for these, and we're giving a lot of tender love and care to these and trying to make sure that we're figuring out perfect print orientation, especially we got the Scout figured out, print orientation. The Ford needs a little bit of dialing on print orientation, so that way you guys don't have to do anything, and we'll give you the best fidelity possible. So it's when you talk about a 25, 26 hour, burn on these printers for a body to check it, to see where you need to make adjustments at. I'm trying to get to the point where we've got 6 or 7 of them done. And then I'm going to dedicate one of my printers to prototyping again for a little bit. I have to.
When you go in to do the blades here.
Yeah.
The whole grill.
Needs to be shrunk a little bit?
No. Bigger. These sides.
Yeah.
They should match up with the quarter panels.
Okay.
It's close.
All right.
Honestly, I would about start over with Bizrodny's. Grab the thing, go down to 92 or whatever this is, and redo the blades.
Nope. Not happening.
Why not?
Because you don't understand CAD. Not happening. It's way easier for me to actually on that to go and adjust a little bit and make a minor tweak than it is to redo it all.
Okay. Well, whatever
let me work it out. We'll go a little bit wider, and I got to move the blades in a little bit.
Well, if you go wider, you got to go taller too, or the circles get off.
Right. I'm good with going taller because that thing, in my opinion, that you know how I feel about that
Yeah, dude. Whatever you do wider, do taller, and we're golden.
Yeah, and then I'll move those blades in them a little bit.
That's it, brother.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's easy stuff. And while I'm there, I'll bring that plate in there and clean it up and put the 45s on there.
Sick.
Dirty Turds, the ship is sinking. You're damn right it is.
Not even close. How do you think we got where we're at? We just let you see it this time.
We're letting you see all of it.
We just let you see it this time. Hey, that's a true sign of being grown up people.
This has been, I mean,
Can you
a
imagine
lot.
what I put him through
It's a
and
lot
what
of
he puts me through?
it's a lot of work. That's why Bree's like, Ryan's calling. I'm gonna grab a book. I'll see you later, because she knows I'm gonna be on the phone for an hour with you, because this is what we do. We're like, no, we gotta do this. Yeah, we gotta do that.
Bro, you fix my world if you could do that 45 on the back.
Dude, that's easy. I would much rather do that than ass it all up, dude.
That's all it needs. Less is more. That's great.
That's right, Fred. This is how sausage is made, man. That's right.
That's it.
But I challenge anybody to go out and just buy these files
And try to do this.
and do this. I mean, it's you'll get there, but it's a lot of work. And to try and do it in short order on nights, weekends, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, if I'm up in front of my computer for a couple hours, and I use every ounce of extra time I've got to try and make this work with all these bodies. Yeah. Next, what are we talking about next?
I got 18 of them here.
Sorry. But if those work, then we're good.
None of them do, except the one that's on there and the one I sent you.
Well, then take those and put them in the recycle for when we get a grinder and a recycler.
I think I know where they're going to get filed. The garbage trash.
No, you make building blocks.
Jenga.
There you go. Give them to your daughter and let her make Jenga blocks out of them. Jenga. Turn it into a Jenga party. I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee.
Oh man, I wish I had a cup of coffee.
And I'm gonna grab my 2mm wrench because I want to play with this blazer body for a minute on this chassis.
Nice.
Hey, if you see Corey come in here while I'm gone, tell him he needs to get his truck.
Okay. Trash can is a good filing cabinet. Yes, sir. Dude, I'm just reluctant to put this all together because I want to film it. So that's why I'm in pieces here. This locator pin business is awesome, though. So good. Yes. All right, Fred. Yeah. Shoot, we've been an hour and a half on that. Imagine behind the scenes. Holy smokes. This is behind the scenes tonight. Oh, I should start a print, by the way. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do that real quick. Just to get one going.
It's awful quiet.
Yeah, bro, my bad. I'm starting to print because I can't waste time. So I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna start it and come right back.
Dude, Dirty's right, man. Trash can's a good filing cabinet. The trash man took like 5 bodies out of here yesterday. I was like, later.
Later.
I had to get rid of some crap because otherwise I was starting to lose track of what was what down here. It's crazy.
All right, it's slicing right now. I'm doing another front end here.
A 40 Ford?
Yeah,
Did I give you the files for the Blazer? I did, didn't I?
I think so. Yeah. But I'm trying to get a couple of these Fords and Scouts, and then I'll go into the Blazer.
Copy that.
I still got to do the interior stuff on the Ford, but that's easy. That's easy.
All right. I'm not putting my groceries in this.
Waiting on this to slice.
So this is not like done yet.
The Blazer?
Well, it is now. I mean, it is now.
I'll be there in a minute. I want to see it. How's the
This one is when I rounded off the back wheel wells.
Okay.
See how they're straight yet?
I'm about to be back.
And
Print
how?
plate.
Oh, you're not back. I see. You're printing. You're trying to print stuff. My bad. I understand.
I'm back now.
So what I was saying was, this one is pre. See how the back wheel wells are squared yet?
Yeah.
The latest one that I did was rounded like what I did on the front.
Oh, good. You got a roof?
No, I haven't printed the roof yet. No, I'm trying to build some kits, man, to get them out the door to some people. No, I have not printed the latest one yet, but the bumper is good though.
Nice.
Bumper's where it needs to be.
Good.
So yeah.
How's the back one?
Well, I mean, it's part of it, right?
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
good.
Are they the same dimensionally, like height-wise and stuff? The bumpers?
Yeah, for the most part.
Nice.
Yeah, the back one hangs down a little bit more than what the front one does.
not on the where it's at, but the dimension of it. Like, are they the same? Like,
Oh, like tall wise, just the
yeah,
bumpers? Yeah, they're pretty close.
right on.
It's hard to see them, but they're pretty
Yeah,
close. Yeah.
good.
Yep. But other than that, yeah, it clips in just like the other ones do.
Nice.
Yep. So I think we're pretty close on this one now. Once I print the final.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited to have, we doing all this, but I haven't driven a Ford yet. But we gotta
Well,
delay ourselves, right? Like I'm making myself not put this one together because I want to film it.
yes,
And I think
exactly.
we're committed to doing the slice on the door panel like we have been talking about.
Up front, absolutely. I think
Yeah,
so. We need to do it to all of them so far, just because of the way they print. I just, I would love to do them in two pieces, but it's just a lot.
it's a lot, brother, and it's a lot to get that far in, and then there's a mistake. It's easier to eat the mistake when it's a smaller piece.
Exactly. Yeah.
If it doesn't do right. But like, man, this carbon fiber does really good. It's the I'm gonna play with the overhang settings a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with. It still loads above better than the Shiny Pet G is. That stuff's fine if you know you're going to cover it up. But like if you're trying to get kits out there in people's hands that look good out of the box, like this stuff is the best choice.
Oh yeah. I
It's
when
worth
Keith.
the it's worth a little bit extra. It's going to be.
When Keith got his kit early last week, he texted me and he's like, "Dude, this thing looks absolutely amazing." And I
Nice.
was like, "Are you talking about your new fish finder you got, or are you talking about Scout?"
Scout.
So yeah, he was real happy with the fidelity of it. He said he was going to put it together this week, so I'm anxious. He's been pretty quiet, so I'm guessing he's probably
Bro, I
just.
told you a few kits went out the Shiny Pet G.
Yeah.
And those guys wrote back and said how much they liked it. I can't this stuff so much better looking.
Bro,
Man,
you should show that yellow one that the dude did. They finished. Show everybody that. Just
let me
it,
send that to us.
it come out really nice. I mean, I was impressed with it.
Yeah, they did a good job. His kid's in
Yeah.
love with it.
Yeah. Like I said, it seems like the kids are going to enjoy these scouts more than us adults because, yeah, I know Keith said it's going on in his daughter's base camp. Hot dogs and trash cans. Hot dogs belong in the trash.
Okay. Yeah, check this out. This will look familiar, actually. Um, okay. Check that out.
Yes. Looks good.
And that's a good one. That was my, the yellow one. But they finished it off. And so that's a Pet G kit, if I remember right. But it was production. So the clip, the window with all the, you know what I mean, the cutout for it, all that stuff was on this one.
And
It
if you
does.
guys, sorry, go ahead.
What was that? I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, do you guys bring that back up again, brother?
I was going to show you the back.
Oh, does anybody notice anything weird and different about that body versus This one. I noticed it right away. And he did a really nice job at it of what I'm
He did.
talking about.
He did a fantastic job at it.
He got rid of some of the wheel well or the fender, the
That
raised fender area.
It's killer. Yeah, dude.
I noticed it right away. I'm like, man, that looks good. Those
It
are
looks-
what 475s.
Yeah, it looks factory, dude. They're a little bit deep dish. 475. Yeah.
Yeah, looks
All
good.
right, let me show you the back.
Yeah, Michael Bird. Yeah, I was impressed when I first saw these pictures. I'm like, wow, it's nice.
Yeah, he's pumped. I mean, he sent me these pictures, dude, and he's like, dude, my kid is over the moon. He wants all our kits. I was like, okay.
Let's go. Yeah, man, it's cool.
He's got his own metal bumpers going on too.
Yeah.
I love the lenses, dude, in the back. Got that iconic shape.
Yep. Yeah. Has he put those up on the RC3D Fab Factory Facebook?
No, I asked him to, but they haven't.
I'm really curious to see what Keith is going to come out with his, because I haven't heard much from him this week, and we kind of like Don and I, go back and forth quite a bit, and Keith and I do too, and he's sending me pictures of, he does a lot of fishing and stuff, and it's not always just RC related stuff, but it's nice to be able to converse with these guys. But I can't wait to see what Keith comes out with.
I like the kid did rust,
Yeah.
He was gonna paint it a different color, but I think he liked my mild patina because I had just a, when I do a mild patina, it's with the rattle cans, so it wasn't any salt chipping or anything crazy, but yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
What's up, Craig? How are you, man?
What up?
Sorry I never texted you back the other day.
It looks good, man. I'm glad to see it. And he did a fantastic job with the arches. That's factory looking.
Yep, sure is. And you know what? I just can't wait to see more of these get into, the hands of these guys out there, you guys that have, a different mindset of how to finish stuff and what Ryan does or I do. And I'm looking forward to seeing these things out there, and see how guys are finishing them.
I love how flat those lenses are on the front. I took some of that curve out of them, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And it echoes the shape of the body better. So things aesthetically make more sense. It's a little more scale, and the marker lights and stuff. He did the silver bezel around those orange markers, which looks killer. And then he I love how he left a little bit of that fender flare on there still.
Just a little bit. I love that look.
It's so good, yeah.
The only thing that he needs to do
is the IH.
Yep.
That's killer. Yeah, you got the same lights and lenses on the front too.
Yep.
And the back.
Yep.
The same way I did a ton of these mounts, I did a ton of those lenses to get them right. I'm starting to print those lenses off because you can print by layer or you can print by object.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing by object, aren't you?
I do on the red ones, yeah, because the heat stays in them and it lays down smoother. It doesn't look like a print at all.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, that's
my new machine, brother. So with the AMS, if you only have one nozzle, it has to flush it out and change and back up, retract the spool, yada, yada. With the H2D, dude, there's two nozzles ready to go. So if I decide to print my Ford with a red door, I can print it that way and waste nothing, because it'll print that layer line. It'll go to the red one. It'll print that's already loaded, and then it'll pick back up on white or black or whatever. And so it costs you minimal time now and hardly any waste. I'm totally gonna try it.
That's
I'm gonna print a red door into a white Ford.
nice.
Yeah. So I need to get red glass fiber and some more of the white glass fiber, which prints the same as the CF does.
Yeah, the glass fiber is super nice, man.
It is nice. It's got that same texture that hides the lines as this carbon fiber does. But glass fiber lets you do colors where you're confined on the carbon fiber basically to black.
Because of the carbon, carbon black.
I did see some bamboo carbon though that was a different color, but it was still really dark. It was something dark.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably do one more scout in for myself in the glass filled a specific color, so I don't have to paint it and just leave it just bareback the way it is.
Unlike our SCX6 projects where the glue joints are all over the place, these little ones, man, it's so nice being able to put that cut on a door panel where
Yep.
it's hid.
Yep.
And
yeah,
then
I was actually
with the locators, it doesn't get out of whack. It's so nice.
speaking of SCX6s and cut lines. I honestly don't remember how many cut lines I have on my. It's always the grill that falls out on my Tacoma. Them I've put on hold.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a cut line in the center right here in the hood. So this is one chunk, two chunks.
Is that a 6?
Yeah. Yeah. And then of course this line back here. So where did I cut this at? I'm not sure. I got mirrors and everything falling off of this. Brother, I don't remember where I cut this at. There's got to be another seam up here somewhere.
Did you put it in the door panel?
Nope. I don't remember. I honestly do not remember. I don't see a line here at all.
There's got to be one, yeah.
Not unless I did this. Not unless I did this whole half in one piece, which my printer ain't that big. I don't know. But this thing, I need to finish this. I got plans for this guy. But I don't know where the seam is at.
They're probably in one then.
Oh, hang on. There is one. Just look at the inside, dummy. Ha. My seam on this, you ready for this? Is right in here.
In the door line or in front of it?
It's within the door line.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I do not see. I guess I did too good with this. Yeah, it's in the door line right here.
That's a good place to put it. And dude, like you did that before we were doing locators, you nailed it. But now with the locators, they every time look that good.
Yep. So I need to get this done. Like I said, I got plans for this thing. Yep. And the bed, and the thing is the fidelity, like you were talking about the other night, Ryan, because I was like, with some things that are coming, this would be a good a good one to do. And the fidelity of the print was absolutely awesome for as many
Yeah,
contoured
there's
lines.
so much going on there. Yeah.
I mean, and I didn't use any Bondo filler. You can't, I you know how I am with Bondo filler. I would have had that crap everywhere.
Dude.
And this
Yeah.
this thing it's nice. It's a really nice
That is
set of
nice.
files.
That is nice.
Super nice set of files.
I can't wait to do a 6 again now that I know the locator trick.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna be stuck on some 10 scale ones for a while, brother.
Yeah.
For a while.
They're not the boss of me.
They're not the boss of him.
They're not the boss of me.
So what else you guys got tonight?
Yeah, what else you got?
We're here for one night and one night only.
Yes, sir.
Harvester Homecoming Saturday at the old International Scout Factory in Fort Wayne, Indiana. See you guys there.
That's going to be crazy.
Tiny toy trucks will be running around. I'm definitely taking the red Terra pickup truck, and I'll take my green one with the white roof. And if somebody wants to buy the one that's on my truck, I'll drive my chassis bare. Yeah. I don't care. As long as they're okay with us doing it. I can't imagine not. I mean, you should take your big travel all. That would get some attention.
I think that and the Snow Star would go crazy.
Yes. Those two would, yes. Absolutely. Yep. The Snow Star would definitely capture some serious interest.
It's the paint job on that one, dude. I mean, that's what it is.
You nailed it. You've nailed that. I think one of these in a Snow Star would be cool.
I think all of our scouts in all the sizes, yeah. Just tie them together and just pull with the big one, like a centipede of scouts.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I wonder if they have vendors there and stuff. I mean, it's too late now to hook up with that kind of thing. But
we're not ready for that anyways,
No, because we kind of, due to slow as it takes to get them, it's all we can do to.
Well, it'll get better once we figure out, like, our printers are being used still to figure out what the best fidelity is for these other ones that we're working on. So, once we get that dialed in, then it's just go.
Well, and there's so much adapting to make them RC ready that once you start printing them after you're done prototyping, you realize, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that, and I would have saved a bunch of time. The way these beds come together, they expect you to print them off all independently, but we're meshing them together. But in a way, there's more material there than needs to be.
Yep.
So there's some opportunity that if we are going to mesh it, we can get rid of some of that and print them quicker.
Well, and unfortunate thing is the Blazer. I mean, because I beefcaked it. It's got more material in it,
Yes.
but it needed it.
That one needed it, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, at this point, I only can speak to what I know, which is I've built one of those Fords before, big and small, and I know that bed's independent of the body at the bed. And so there's a lot more going on there than actually really needs to be going on. But when you're trying to orient it and print it, geez, I was like, I didn't want to wait 22 hours to print something else again.
Right.
So I cut it in half, but same difference. It's instead of 22, it's 11, you know.
Yep.
But there's some opportunities there, and that's something we learn as we go. I don't think it's worth changing. But
Mm-mm.
dude, my printer shows up tomorrow supposedly. I'll check the tracking right now.
It's probably an SBN. You could drive 15 minutes and go pick it up right now and put it together and be rocking out by midnight.
I'm afraid there may be a little more to setting this one up, but it won't be too bad.
Nah.
I have to make sure it's in Ohio.
Oh. It'll be here tomorrow. Best case. Here, dude. Check this out. I'm going to KK's camera.
Yeah, man.
The two Maxes are running.
Dude, this laser version I got, the glass is green, so it doesn't hurt your eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
See how I got my two heaters sitting next to them, Ryan?
Dude, I'm sold on the heaters now. I've been using that AMS HT heater all the time now.
Sweet. Yeah, man. They're
It
running.
makes a difference.
They are running.
They are running, dude, and mine would be. I got the purifier here for the air filter for laser cutting. I'm ready to go, dude. I got my 40-watt laser in the box, but I don't have the machine. I can't wait.
Yeah, I forgot that H2D had the dual nozzles. That's cool. That's super cool.
Dude, the AMS is heated too. My AMS on the X1C is not heated, but the one on this, the AMS2 that's coming on the H2D, it's a dryer also.
Yeah,
Which,
that'll be a nice setup.
man, so cool.
I know.
And it's
I always
already
hear.
set up for the different filament tubes to come in. So, like, I can't. This AMS HT, I'm using it as a dryer, and it is plugged in and synced in with the software. But unless I get like a splitter, I can't run right out of the machine, the dryer into the not, the heat hot end.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that the other night.
That's not a big deal. I mean, that's a easy fix.
Oh yeah.
But
Yep.
I'm using it anyway. It's easy. You do it right there in the same software that your printer runs in.
Dude, you're getting it. Use it. Absolutely.
I may get another one.
That. Yeah, that's a sweet machine, man. I've heard nothing but really good things out of everybody who's got one.
I mean, honestly, that's why I put that machine. I'm using it with the X1C because it doesn't have a dryer, but the AMS2 that comes with the new machine does. So I'm liable to keep that dryer over here for the X1C.
I would, because if you're going to be running a bunch of this carbon fiber or that glass filled on this X1C, I can see a difference in drying out that filament. I can get it dried out to like 14% humidity is where it pretty much stops at
Yeah.
I think 60 or 65 C or whatever the temp is. And it doesn't take that long for it to get down to there, but
It doesn't. It starts doing it right away.
you can definitely see a difference in the printers like it better for sure, dried out.
There's all kinds of things it helps prevent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over extrusion, it just all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
And what I'm noticing is if you don't dry your filament and you just check it, it's up there around 40 humidity.
Mine have been off since we started the show 2 hours ago, and both of them are right at like 21%. So I just turned both of them back on for an hour just to drop it back down.
If I check the AMS, it's basically it's right under 30 almost all the time. So what I'm doing now is drying this filament out in the one and throw it in a big Ziploc bag. And then when I go to use it, it's still lower than it would have been.
Right. Yeah, there's some of these Tinmori rolls that I've bought that some of them are 35, 36, 38% when I put them in the dryer. And there's a couple of them that I've opened that have been, mid 20s. So, you pulling them out of the sealed wrapper and running them without the dryer, without the carbon fiber when you first started running the carbon fiber.
Yeah.
I thought, man, 'cause I keep seeing everybody saying, "Oh, you got to dry it for 6 to 8 hours," and I'm
Honestly, it
like, I
was
don't
fine.
see it. Yeah, right.
It was fine, but it's better when you do.
Yeah. Yep.
When you have adhesion problems or uh, sporadic delivery of the filament, that's why. It's the moisture that's in there burning off. It's just not even. It's hard to tell, I think, the difference for most people. You don't see that it's a problem until you don't have adhesion or it's starting to not extrude right.
Yep. And like I told you earlier, talking about bed adhesion, I wound up ordering another PEI plate for my old K1 Max because I've been running that. I've had it for a year and a half now, 2 years.
Let me ask you something.
It's got the smooth plate on it, which I like for certain things. But now since I got this PEI plate on the new one, dude, it holds so much better, especially with this bigger stuff.
Bro, I've got a smooth plate. I very rarely use it. Very rarely. There's a calibration that happens at the back of the plate with the nozzle.
Right.
I've about wore through the plate.
Yeah, mine's pretty much about wore through.
It's crazy.
Yep.
What I was going to ask you was on that Blazer halves that failed, was there supports under those butt joints that was down on the plate? Was it like flat?
So
like there was.
Well, you know what? I can just show you. Hold on. Hold.
And the reason I'm asking is because I figured out how to fix that. If I screw around and get something off straight,
Yep.
You pick the lay on face tab for the facet you want down on the plate, and it'll put it there perfect.
Gotcha. Well, so on the Blazer, where it failed, I'm digging through my shit trying to get. Where's the other half? Anyway, found it. Okay. So this half was going fine. There was absolutely nothing wrong with this half.
And it was laying down on which side?
That was the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. But this half was fine. Nothing wrong with this one. This would be the back. The back half.
Yeah, and that looks like it was on the plate
And then
flat.
the front half, this was the bottom. So I had these two front halves, and there was a series of trees that were growing in between these two halves. And I don't know if it was the jostling of the printer because these things bounce around a lot.
Especially with trees.
And so with the smooth plate and with it jostling around, it it knocked over two of the trees, and they were, that tall. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, this is done, all of it. So like what we talked about earlier, I decided to take a gamble. I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna try because I can put both front and back half of the Blazer on my printer. Now the PEI plate, this may have worked, but that smooth plate, nope. And it could have.
That's what I told you yesterday. I was like,
I
bro,
know, and I was like, I'm going for it, and so I
I was
can't be
like,
mad
even
at
you.
anybody but myself. I can't be mad at anybody but myself. But I put it on there and tried it. But more importantly, it could have been that my dryer was off for a little while too, and you know, this carbon fiber, it seems to adhere to the plate a lot better when it is really, really dry.
Well, that's what the glue's for, But
No, they say the glue with the carbon fiber is not to have it stick. The glue is actually,
so it'll let go.
yeah,
Yeah, I know, but I think that's bullshit. Um,
try it without glue and find
that's
out
what
and see.
no. I'm using glue and it works. The
I'll try it without glue.
the dude, it might have worked if you didn't do trees. The regular supports, it's a lot of material sometimes, but it's smoother instead of like
Right,
a million freaking times
right.
every time.
Yep,
And then also think about the cooling and all that kind of stuff on a straight line. It's just going to be a good extrusion and lay down. And then on a if one thing gets off a little bit, when if something gets off on a whole line, you got the rest of that line to hold it in its spot.
right. Yeah, yeah,
A million
absolutely.
little circles, though, it's like one gets off, and then now you're dragging it to the next one, and then now you're starting to the nozzle's chunking stuff, and you'll break a tree.
Yep, yep.
It gets when they're heavy, it can be weird.
Well, and that's why I finally came to my senses, and I'm like, we need to just we need to part these halves out, the front half in two pieces,
Well, I'm glad
just
because now I can because I
because it's
didn't want
just
to
too
do a build video that was not what they were going to get.
right. Yeah, no, I think it's just better. Especially we'll get better fidelity too because they're tall, and we can keep everything
It's better for all kinds of
tighter
reasons.
ship. So yeah, I
Look,
think it will be for sure.
these are scale looking rigs that can take a beating. Because we're not worried about hinging doors and hoods, we can take those liberties. You know, we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
We're as scale as we can get with what it's going on.
Yep.
We're never going to get a full interior in these because of what they are, and we know it, and that's fine.
I'm pretty happy with having a steering wheel dash and a seat in the Scout, and I think
Yeah,
we'll
a
we'll be able to
driver
do the same.
fits.
We'll be able to
Yeah,
do the same thing with the Blazer and the Ford.
and you can get a driver in there if you want. So it's like, what more do you need, dude? You got a guy in a seat. It's fine.
Right. Yep.
A guy, a seat, door cards, dash, and steering wheel. Come on, it's fine.
Right. So I'm so touch base here with Craig. So sorry to hear, man, that you went to the doctor and you're going through the shit that you are.
Oh man.
Um, you know what? And now they're talking about light sport, and unless they've changed the rules, I have always known it to be that if you fly a light sport aircraft without a medical and you have medical issues, you keep flying light sport. If you go and get a medical and you're flying light sport, and then you go back after your medical expires to get a new one and you fail it, then they're going to cut you off of light sport flying. That's always been the way that I've understood it. So if I'm wrong, tell me. But I just saw Jay Woody's asking Craig about that. And yeah, it sucks. Sucks.
It does. So sorry.
Dude, I saw all the videos from Oshkosh this year, and Bree's like, "Oh, when you want to go to Oshkosh?" And I'm like, honestly, I'm like, my dad's 84. He can't walk anymore. I'm like, he would kick my ass if I went to Oshkosh without him. So, no, not anytime soon.
Dude, I used to go every year, and then I hadn't gone for many years. And I went with Motion when I was
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I was hoarse at the end of every day. We had quite a display. It was pretty awesome.
And then talking over all the jets and all the aircraft that are flying around
Oh,
over all
man,
that all the
all
time.
day.
Yep.
It
Yep.
was fun.
Yep. Nah, it's Oshkosh is awesome. Gosh, so fun. Yep. Fun
Now
place
they
to go.
call it Air Venture.
Yeah. Yep. EAA Air Venture.
I remember being a little kid sitting in the back of that T6 and saw where it said experimental on the inside of the, back seat, the fuse. And
Mm-hmm.
it's for EAA, Experimental Aircraft Association. But I'm a little kid, and all I see is experimental. I'm like, is this okay? Like, are we all right to be up in this? Like, what do you mean? I thought this thing was old. They don't know if this works yet. What's happening?
That's funny, man. That is fun stuff.
It is.
Gosh, I remember being, I don't know. I mean, I was pretty young, but I remember it barely. Art Scholl flying the Super Chipmunk.
I got a poster of that.
Standing up, doing the flyby, standing up with the canopy open,
Bro,
like,
I still have the poster from that year. He signed
crazy.
it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I remember that like it was like yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Jay Woody, yeah, I don't mean to rain on anybody's parade, but I think that's the way that the regs are set up, honestly. Yep. Because one point my dad was wanting to do light sport, and
I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's fine. And he was wanting to get into the light sport thing, and he looked into the regs on that, and I think at that point he was questionable whether he could pass a medical or not. And so I told him, I said, if you're going to get into light sport, you're better off not to go get your medical or try to get it, because if they ground you, and then you're going to be screwed all the way around. So I think that's how the regs are set. Like I said, I could be wrong, but it's been a while since I've looked into that. Hell, what do I know? I'm over here 3D printing tiny trucks and drinking coffee at 9:15 at night. Who knows? So, Craig, if you're still in here, what light sport aircraft have you been flying, or were you planning on flying? They got a lot of nice ones out there. A lot of nice ones. Yeah, one of these days, speaking of flying, I'm off to get Ryan out. We're going to have to go find a field someplace to go fly some planes. It's been a while. I think the last time I flew an airplane was when Ryan and Bobby and Kirk and I were all out at Tri Valley one afternoon, and I flew my Kristen Eagle for the first time. It was the last time I was there, or up in the air. Can you get a pre-medical exam to see if you can pass the real exam? That's a good question. I don't know. I do not know. I usually avoid the Federal Aviation Administration with all costs. One time I was flying. Well, I used to fly for a living and just flew a 310 around all over the place, and we did a lot of high altitude surveillance for government projects. And we were en route from, I think it was Baton Rouge, back down to Houma, Louisiana. And something caught my eye. I looked up over the instrument panel, and we were flying into a flock of turkey buzzards. And I may have mentioned this one night on here. I got pictures from the strike, but yeah, we had about, they estimated it like a 40-pound turkey buzzard that hit the leading edge of the wing about perfect halfway between the engine nacelle and the 50-gallon wingtip tank, and put about 2.5 foot wide hole by about a little over a foot deep right back into the spar. It actually bent the spar, the forward spar on the 310. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. But the feds were they were calling me on a weekly basis wanting to know an update on the aircraft. So when the aircraft got fixed, I actually was the one that went and got it. It was at Mountain Home, and we made a trip down to Louisiana, and I think I was coming out of Lafayette, and I think that's where one of the local FISDOs was at. And the lady that was calling me nonstop, it was her voice on the radio, and she wondered how the airplane was flying. And I said, pretty good. She's like, you coming back here today? I said, nope, we're heading home. I will avoid. Yeah, never got ram checked either. How high were we? Some of our high altitude stuff in the 310, believe it or not, sucking on O2, we would file a block altitude. I think the highest I had the 310 was flight level 250 before the secondary actuators on the turbochargers had enough. Because the ceiling altitude on that I think was 26,000. And I think we got it to 25,000. 25,000 in a 310. It takes a while to get there. But it was kind of fun too, because when we'd file the block altitude of like 210 to 220 or 220 to 230, we'd live in that block, and we'd run 250, 300-mile lines. And it was like flying an ILS line, so we could fly ILSs all day long really well. But it was cool because a lot of the airliners, those airline guys were like, did we hear right? There's a 310 up here. It's like, yeah, we're here. It's like, what? But those guys, they're the air traffic controllers up, that are governing that space. They're used to chop and drop kind of guys, and we would always, we're piston driven, so it was always, an inch of manifold every minute, or 3 inches of manifold every 3 minutes drop, so we weren't blowing cylinders off. And it would take me 175 miles to come down from altitude to land. So it was a good time. Soaring wave in Colorado. I saw turkey buzzards really high. It was surprising. Yeah. And those things, they're dumb. Most birds will collapse their wings and get the hell out of your way. Not turkey buzzards.
No.
I'm a living testament of that. I actually had to pull hard. I pulled as hard as I could and rolled to the left, because if you're going to take a bird strike, you want to take it on the belly of the plane, right? And as soon as I rolled to the left and brought the right wing up, it was like hitting a freaking Mack truck, man, at 300 miles an hour. Just boom! Shook the whole airplane like crazy.
Well, they're huge.
Yeah, they said it was probably about a 40-pound bird. It bent the spar on the 310. It was a hard hit. I'm just lucky it didn't go through the prop, because, at that point, it probably would have not be here. I've done a lot of stupid shit in airplanes. We all have. We all have.
If those things are in their thermal zone, you can't hardly get them out of it.
Oh, there was a full flock. I bet there was 40, 50 of them things.
What?
That were all circling. And it was down over like down near Houma, Louisiana, where we were going. We weren't too far from Houma. I mean, it's croc infested waters and shit down there, marshes. It's, so. But it was kind of cool when we did land. We had a big one of the bones from that damn thing was actually, I wish I would have taken a picture of it, stuck right through the rotating beacon on the top of the tail.
Whoa.
I mean, it just hit the wing and disintegrated and went deflected up and down.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Craig Beavan, I like the full size talk too, man. Definitely. Yeah, I've done some things in airplanes that I shouldn't be here today. Of course, it doesn't help. My cousin's a crop duster, so we used to do stupid shit in an Aeronica Champ. I am a living testament to tell you that I was in the back seat of an Aeronica one night. We got done at church, and Garrett decided it was like we went back to their house, and he's like, "Come on, we got to put the Champ away." So I grab a hold of the tail, and start heading towards the hangar, and he's grabbing the hold of the front, pulling against me. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, we got to go fly it." So it was about dark. And I can tell you that I have honestly done it and lived through a full-blown tail slide in an Aeronica Champ. We slid straight backwards and then fell over on its back.
Whoa. Dude, when I was in a few lessons, there's 2 airports in Muncie. And we're southwest, I think, of where the Muncie airport is over there by the AMA.
Mm-hmm.
And we heard somebody was leaving Muncie heading southwest. I'm new. I'm just taking lessons. I don't know. Like, you're the guy, you're the instructor, dude. So you're always looking, you're always gawking, you're always looking for somebody. And we were looking a little bit extra because, like, this guy's heading this way. Never saw him. Bro, we had to duck. It was close. You know where I live in my neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
And when you turn in, there's a stop sign there by the pool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a house or 2 down from where I am now.
Mm-hmm.
We were that close.
I believe it.
They were coming this way and we were this way. We nose down. And my instructor, I didn't know. It was like, this shit happen all the time or what? And my
No.
instructor was pretty quiet after that for a minute.
Oh, I'm sure.
Uh,
I'm sure.
yeah.
Yeah, we used to do a lot. It seemed like every year we would be out over like Kansas City area a lot of times doing some real low altitude. And we were doing a ton of work at about 1,000 AGL with 5 big honking cameras hanging out of the bottom of the 310, four at angles, and then one straight down. And towers in Kansas City, around Kansas City, are 1,500 AGL. And there were times that I would stop a line and break off because I'm like, that tower is taller than what we are. It depicts it on the map that we had to actually, at the end of the day, select certain flight lines and send them off back to the home office and go, we need to fly these lines, but you need to get me up higher because you put me 100 foot over the top of this antenna. I'm fine. I'll get it. And we would do that all the time. We flew the whole lower Manhattan area at 1,000 above. I was looking up to the top of the Empire State Building. We go by it.
Jeez.
And after 9/11, dude, we were pissing everybody off in every high-rise building imaginably possible.
That's crazy.
I was trying to find. It's pretty sad that they've changed things so much. Hold on. Oh, here we go.
Dude, I used to take those lessons at Reese, and I would have a model in the back of the car. And how can you not if the AMA is next door?
Right? Exactly.
And then I'd go fly the same lesson with the model. S turns over the street, like all
Yep.
that business. Wow.
There's the George Washington Bridge in Manhattan. That's how low we were flying.
Jeez.
That's over the Hudson River.
Sully. Let's go.
Yeah, I have a picture of what I would assume he probably saw, but it's going the wrong way. This is south. This is looking northbound.
Oh, wow.
That's looking northbound.
Dude.
That's how low we were flying over the Hudson River, bro. We were down, I think, 400 AGL, 300 AGL, something like that. And I did a 90-degree turn over the top of the Statue of Liberty because there's a corridor there you can stay out. You don't have to talk to anybody. And we would get kicked out. We would literally get kicked out of the Class B airspace because we had 2 pilots on board for that project at all times because we would have 4 Class Bravo radio freak changes in 7-mile line. And it was a lot of radio work and a lot of pre-flight talking on the ground on the phone with ATC guys at all the towers, sending them all of our flight plans, all of our maps, what we were going to be doing, what turns we were going to be doing. I mean, it was like everything, and it was absolute chaotic. That's a shot I took over the top of the engine nacelle.
Jeez.
Yeah, man, we were ticking everybody off in New York City. Jay Woody, yeah, we did. We would give everybody the flight lines, and we would fly exactly to that. But there was a lady at LaGuardia when it happened every day, and it pissed me off so bad. Every time she would get on the radio, she'd be like, "One for Quebec, state your intentions." I'm like, "One for Quebec, you have all of our maps. We're on flight line, blah blah blah, and we're making right-hand standard turns, north and south." And she was like, "Squawk 1200, drop to 300 or 400 feet AGL, and you're out of my airspace. Bye." And we were done. She'd just kick us right out.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was good times.
My grandpa would rip that T6. Not far from where a school marching band would practice. And I mean, he was giving it the business. And all the kids are supposed to be practicing and marching and stuff, and they would stop to
Yeah, I'm sure.
And so they called the airport and was like, "Can he do that somewhere else?"
You're making a commotion and a disturbance.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what? I got to switch back.
I have a funny feeling he meant to,
Oh, yeah. Every pilot likes to cause a disturbance with full pitch on the prop.
Bro, T6 making a racket, doing aerobatics. I mean, hello.
That's what a turkey buzzard does.
Jiminy. Is that the leading edge of what?
The 310 wing between the right engine nacelle and the 50-gallon fuel tank and tip tank.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. There's another shot of it. You can see the main gear down there on the ground.
Goodness.
A bird, bro.
Foam tack.
Yeah, right.
Little foam tack, man. Some business cards and that silver tape, dude. You're in.
Crazy, man.
You're in. He buzzed the neighbor. Yeah, we always knew when he was home, he'd fly over the house.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Absolutely. It's what pilots do, man.
Dude, in the T6, bro, the sound of that prop going supersonic, because you could play with the pitch on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yep. We used to do that. Like there was a couple of years at the Pilots Club Father's Day flying breakfast when they still did that on Father's Day. There was a couple of us that would wind up at 6:30, 6:45 in the morning before it would start and take off and just keep the manifold pressure high and just full pitch and just slap the air, man, and wake everybody up. It's like, let's go.
That's fun.
Let's go, boys.
That's fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a pretty hard hit, Craig.
That's crazy. That's huge.
Oh, it shook like massively. That's why I said I'm glad it wasn't. If it would have been 3 foot farther inboard, I would have probably lost an engine. I'm guessing.
Dude.
Something that big and that fast and that hard to hit. Yeah.
That's crazy. How did it feel after that?
In what sense? Like flying it? Like how'd it fly?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it, honestly.
That's crazy.
Didn't even bother it. But I mean, I had like, I don't know, 3,000 or 3,500 hours in that airplane. So it's like, I didn't feel it.
You didn't have to turn into it?
Nope. Didn't have to do any offset manifold pressure or anything. Nope. We got lucky. I mean, it hit, and if it hit in the best spot, it could have in the leading edge of the wing on a twin.
Right.
Jay Woody, nah, didn't have any problems there, brother. But man, I tell you what, it happened so freaking fast that you don't have time to shit your pants, bro. You just don't. You just don't. Just don't. But hey, man, here we are. We're printing shit, making tiny toy trucks, and we're having fun, and we're all still alive, man. It's all good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. Been a pleasure. Yeah. We might have to manually 45 those for a minute.
Well, there's only, like, me personally over here that are going out the door. Let me think. Right now, I only have one that I would have to do that to.
I got 3.
Yeah, I only got one. There's another one burning right now.
Yeah, me too. So I got like 4. I can do that too. It's minor.
Yeah, super minor.
And the melt looks better than a cut does.
Yeah, because
clean the melt up.
Well, it's kind of nice because if you do it right, you can actually sculpt it and melt it into the honeycomb and actually fill it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It can look okay. It'll spread.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It actually, it's stronger that way than if you cut it.
Yep.
Because you're cauterizing it, so to say.
Yep. Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah, well, that's the fix, brother. If you can do that, man, then I'm happy with what I got.
Yep. That's easy. That's super easy to do.
And then I think on every new one, we owe it to ourselves to double check it on a stock and the thing. Bro, the front end of this thing has had all these 20 pieces. Bro, I've wore the threads off the screws.
Well, it's a good thing you got extra screws, bro.
I guess.
Yeah.
Got to screw loose is more like it.
Yeah, we do. Right? Look around.
Man, who would do this? And you can get yours. Links are in the description. Check it out. Get in on it while you can. because I keep saying it. Right now, we can still accommodate a week lead time.
Right now we can. Had to watch out for A10s and F4s back in the day. Hell yes. I'd watch out for A10s, man. You don't want to mess with a Warhog for sure. Blade is releasing a new
Dude, and
chopper.
those A10s would be low.
Oh,
Dude, they would
dude.
fly right by Reese Airport in the AMA, like super low. And if there's one, there's at least another one.
Yeah.
A lot of times there'd be at least two,
Yep.
sometimes three or four.
Yep.
Man, those things are moving too.
They travel in flocks, man. Just like
What
turkey
up,
buzzards.
Quad Brothers? Yeah, the new 210. That's a nice heli. That's a nice little heli. Dude, Ethan did he makes it look easy. He did some crazy good flights with that.
Oh, the guy that makes it look easy flying and doing the helicopter thing, but he can't drive a damn surface.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Dude, I see some of that stuff and I'm like, put somebody, the whole thing is about making it look easy. Like, if you can make these planes land well and look easy, well, then everybody can see what they can do. And I think when you jump the trucks, you need to land on the wheels too.
Right. Well, they've been doing some of that with TJ, flying the planes.
Yeah.
I've seen some things, with TJ and Pete, flying the planes and stuff together. And yeah, that's cool. It's cool to see that.
It is cool.
But it would be nice to have somebody, like, you or whatever that, is interconnected there to be able to land trucks on all fours.
Hello.
That's all. That's it.
It's cool.
All right, I'm getting hungry because I haven't ate dinner yet tonight. I didn't realize it's almost 9:40. Holy crap.
Yeah, I had a little bit while it was still hot while I was working. I just scarfed a bowl of it. I'm going to probably go have some too.
Yeah, I'm starving.
All right, you guys. Yeah, check that out though, seriously. If you are into these rigs, I don't know how you couldn't be. And if you're on the fence with 3D printing, like the same thing that got me really into it was getting a kit. I got a kit from Kelly. And once I assembled my first one, I was done. I had to have a printer. So if you're on the fence about a printer and you need somebody to push you off, get one of these kits, see how they go together, and slap it on your rig, and your wheels will get turning about some of the possibilities that are there. I mean, we obviously are focused in on the trucks. Once you start looking, there is a file out there for everything. You do not need to know how to 3D model to enjoy a printer. It helps if you do, but you can get there when you get there. So check that out too. Links in the description of Bamboo. They've been awesome to work with. I'm really over the moon that they think what we do is cool enough to feed it over here. So thanks to them. Check it out. Links in the description. And we'll see you in the next one. And get on, if you want a rig, get on it, because it's going to be 2 and 3 week lead time before we know it. So get on it while you can.
Yep.
All right.
The only thing I'll add to what you said about the printers is one thing that I have noticed is how fun it is to have a small 3D printer in the house, because you can find everything on Thingiverse or anywhere out there on the internet, and it's just throw it on the plate and print it, and it's common household things. It's a tool.
Yeah.
It is a legit tool for today's world and how we've come so far with technology. Pure post caps. It's a perfect example. It's like I got in Fusion and just made a real quick little simple cap, printed 4 of them out. 30 minutes later, I took care of my problem, and they're still there today. And that was a year ago. So man, they're just great tools for everyday household things.
Yeah, that and you know, man, I talked to a guy today who was telling me about there's stuff out there for the Aero Scout.
Yeah.
You can make it a tail dragger, you can make it an EDF, you can move the servos back to run bigger batteries. There's like skid protectors and beef up plates and all kinds of stuff that's out there. And then if you know how to do SolidWorks, man, or 3D modeling, if you can draw it up, you can print it off.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty rad, and yeah, they're out there, and
It's cool stuff.
They're getting better all the time. I mean, I felt like I thought I knew what I was doing when I started, and I didn't. It was just plug and play, dude. The defaults were good. I didn't start messing with settings till recently.
Same. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. We'll see you. We're out here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We will see you next time. Bye now.
See you guys.
Boom.